Stephen A., this is major. What's your reaction to this?
I love it. I love it. And I want to take a moment to do something that I never thought I'd ever do on national television, and that's give PGA Commissioner Jay Monahan some love and some credit here. This is smart business on his part. Make no mistake about it. We have to take into account the fact that when you had guys like Brooks Koepka and Dustin Johnson who had defected to LIV Golf, they took a lot of heat. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of people associated with the PGA that turned against them. But keep in mind what provoked all of this. Phil Mickelson deserves a whole boatload of credit. You had him and 11 players included in those 11 players, along with a guy like Greg Norman, who was suing the PGA for crying out loud because they didn't like the way they were doing business. You've got a situation that was going on where you have players that clearly were not feeling like they were being taken care of by the PGA. They felt that they were getting lowballed. They felt that the sport, obviously having a monopoly over the sport, had positioned themselves to really take advantage and to exploit these players to no end. So they took means to make sure to correct that by doing business. Now, we all understand where I stood on this from day one. All right, Molly, if you recall, I came right here on this show on national television, and I talked about everybody, and they were lamenting affairs involving the Saudi Arabian government, human rights violations, and all of this other stuff. But the United States of America does business with Saudi Arabia. So if our government can do business with them and folks aren't making but so much noise about that, why are you making noise about golfers? I never wanted to hear that. I never took that issue seriously as far as I'm concerned. This is America. We're in a capitalistic society. We do business globally, not just nationally. That's the way of the world. So for me to see the PGA Commissioner, Jay Monahan, really come to his senses and go about the business of making sure to omit and eradicate all of these damn lawsuits and all of these legal scuffers, and they went about the business of making an agreement with LIV Golf. I think it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. I absolutely loved it. And Rory McIlroy himself, here's the question. What you gonna do now? Because you got people like him and others who could have defected to LIV Golf. They could have done that. And so now that you've elected not to do it, you might have missed out on an opportunity to get some of that money. Because remember, the Saudi Arabian government, that public investment fund, they put in about $2 billion into golf. That's what they elected to do in developing LIV Golf. And there were players that capitalized off of it, the Bryson DeChambeaus of the world and others. And then there were players who did not. Who knows how they're going to feel about it? I don't care. At the end of the day, LIV Golf with the PGA, this merger, this marriage, it's great for the sport. It was the right thing to do. They should have never been excoriated for taking the position that they took when the PGA Tour hadn't stepped up and treated them right. Now the PGA Tour has no excuse because obviously you got more money being funneled into the equation. The players will be treated better. Everybody capitalizes.
Yeah, and the public investment fund is involved, so it should be more money for all the players. Are you know what came to mind for me, and I know it's different, but just unifying. I know you're such a boxing fan, and we've talked about having a unifying body and like everybody could win. Are you surprised that they were able to kind of come to this deal so quickly?
No. I'm not, because it was senseless to be arguing over it to begin with. At the end of the day, the PGA Tour was being accused by its own players of not taking care of them. That's how LIV Golf came to be. They saw an opportunity to capitalize off of the dissension and the disgruntled atmosphere that existed within the PGA because they weren't taking care of the players the way they were supposed to. We had greats like Phil Mickelson and others who were striving to bring attention to the lack of fair and equitable treatment they thought they were receiving. And the fact is that now that LIV Golf came into the equation, it forced the PGA's hand to do the right thing. And Jay Monahan stepped up. He didn't wait for years and years and years and allowed this situation to deteriorate into Lord knows what. He said, wait a minute, it's good business. There's something in here for all of us. Let's merge. Let's take advantage of this opportunity and allow our sport to continue to grow. It was a very smart move on Jay Monahan's part. He should be applauded for coming to his senses because it made no sense for all of this friction to begin with in the first place. Now you got the Tiger Woods of the world and others, people who spoke against those guys that went to LIV Golf, calling them traitors and all of this other stuff. What you gonna do now? What you gonna say now? Now you gotta shut up. because everybody is merged, and now it's about doing good business. There's no problem with it whatsoever. Now a lot more players will get paid. It's the right thing
Absolutely.
to do. I love it.
And from
I
a
love
distance, it feels like a win-win situation that everybody really does win. Golf's next major is the U.S. Open. That's next weekend in LA Country Club.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.